Good evening, everybody. Good evening, good evening. Welcome to Monday Night Meditation. We're going to start just with simple mindfulness, simple mindfulness. You can start with your eyes closed or your eyes open, just observing the present moment and noticing the silence, noticing the silence, being the silence, being the silence. Noticing any subtle sounds within this immense silence. As your experience becomes more and more subtle, more and more subtle, letting the eyes gently soften, the forehead is calm, relaxed, as we let the silence envelop our entire experience. Stillness becomes what we are. Feeling the breath nourish the body and simultaneously expanding awareness. Opening and settling into presence. Noticing the radiant nature of this silent peace, allowing this radiance to be huge and in all directions, like the sky, like the Earth's atmosphere. Emerging as this hugeness. letting the mind be sky-like and free, thoughtless and peaceful. And if thoughts do arise, noticing the background in which thought arises and seeing ourselves as that, this peaceful space in which all phenomena arise. And noticing this peaceful hum just above the head, a holy radiance, universal sound, as we open the crown chakra, and even sensing a meter above the head, maybe a giant white lotus flower, receptive, to a heavenly radiance that is our nature. Losing the grip with the identification with the ego, the body, before we integrate the body into this divine experience. Ascending, ascending, ascending. Ascending into the presence of the Great Mother above, divine feminine as well as divine masculine. as we humbly begin to receive this beautiful grace beginning to descend into the human being from the highest reaches of the most divine into the cells of the body as it descends into the space of the third eye center and pouring into the spacious mind. Of course, it's helpful to relax the entirety of the skull, center of the skull, back of the skull, the jaw, the temples, the cheeks, as the nature of our experience becomes more and more holy and divine. Let this radiant space be your mind. As the Divine Mother begins to descend down through the crown, the head, and finally into the upper regions of the voice, the back of the neck, front of the throat is open and receptive. Having an eternal faith in this divine presence. The Divine Father, the Divine Mother are here as the oneness of reality. And at the throat chakra, we can really begin to merge and unite the earth and humanity with the highest vibration of heaven by widening across the horizontal plane of earth, of the material reality centered at the throat chakra. Of course, this requires a strong humility to surrender, surrendering any fear or anxiety stuck in the surface of the throat chakra, which may come as a sense of smallness and separateness. Of course, we provide space for this as we are the space. Allowing the alignment of the upper chakras to be our great return, a great return to what we always have been and always will be as this holy radiance, this oneness of silence and receptivity. And allowing this pillar of light to descend into the space of the heart chakra, relaxing the shoulders, shoulder blades, collarbones, the biceps, the hands. As the upper chakra begins to awaken and open, almost as if it's ascending as well into the Most High. Taking root into this pillar of light that you are, that life is. Including the sternum, the surface of the heart, with all of its emotions, Maybe there's a heat at the surface of the heart of whatever emotion is there for you. Maybe a gripping, simply allowing this light to descend into the space, and letting the raw emotion flow wherever it wants to, wherever it may, as it's being digested by the light and returning to oneness. You might begin to notice that, of course, the heart isn't just heartache and pain. If we look a few centimeters behind, back towards the spine, there's a more silent nature to the heart, a compassionate one that allows and holds, embraces, sees, and cares. The humanity at the surface. Stepping forward as this light and widening the heart to fully receive beyond the space of the ribs, and allowing this compassion, this gratitude to flood the space of the body, the space of the environment. As the space becomes a loving space, allowing the body to be filled with bliss descending from above the crown and radiating out of the core of your heart in all directions. And we're not just witnessing this love, we are descending awareness from the surface of the third eye and placing it anchored in the seed of the heart, the core of the soul, the eye of love, the vibration of unity. And reminding the entirety of your body that I am love. I am the space in which love flows, and unity is my nature. As we invite the Divine Mother more fully, uniting with her heart chakra, O Holy Mother, have mercy upon us, vast light of grace. As we chant Arut Pedum Jyoti, Tani Pedum Karanai. Arut Pedum Jyoti, Tani Pedum Karanai. O vast light of intelligence, of grace, have mercy upon our souls. Have mercy upon us. And as this light descends even further into the body, the energy becomes even more earthly, more physical, and more solid. Sensing this light at the bottom of the ribs, area of the stomach, and the solar plexus. digestive system begins to transform in the presence of this light and this love. The space of the human will is also being digested, allowing space for this holy light, this holy fire to burn at the space of the human will, allowing subtle anxieties, planning, plotting to surrender, to give up the fight. And allow God to take over. Oh, Holy One, be my life, guide my actions. May my energy be your energy. Allowing this fire to burn the anxiety, the fear more fully, and simply observing what happens. The space of the lower solar plexus, the belly button, the upper hara region, torso, the abdomen. There may be discomfort and heat, but we're simply allowing this to burn off and to dissolve into this light and offering it into this holy fire. As we begin to anchor awareness at the space of the hara. By first breathing into the surface, the lower regions of the abdomen, a few centimeters below the belly button. Breathing and enlivening, nourishing. Seeing what happens to this fear, this fight against life, when we sit with it and embrace it. As you may notice, it's helpful to take a few centimeters backward step in your awareness, just behind the surface of the heart. Just noticing what happens to the body when we fully lay down the fight. And remember what it's like to be a Buddha, a humble spiritual warrior, as this intense power merges with our non dual center of holy oneness and non identification, absolute non separation, a thoughtless wisdom, where emptiness merges with wholeness, where the outside merges with the inside, where all confusion collapses. Now imagining a giant Tibetan singing bowl placed at the center of the hara, filled with light, glowing in like a golden or orange color, as big as the surface of the earth, receiving the light descending through your body from the highest of heavens. And as they say in Zen, we're just sitting, just sitting, not being anybody in particular. There is just sitting. You can also imagine as if this bowl is also pointed upside down and receptive to the energy of the earth from below and receiving below the feet from the soil, the rocks, the deserts, the mountains, the oceans, the rivers, the wetlands, the snow, the ice, the rainforests, as if the entirety of the root chakra is the earth, being roundedness, and allowing this light to merge with this solidity. the holy mantra of the root chakra to Sri Ganesha is Om Gam Ganapate Namaha. Om Gam Ganapate Namaha. Om Gam Ganapate Namaha. Om Sri Ganesha Namo Namaha. Receiving as from below and so above, from the top of the head to below the feet. I am light. We are this beautiful paradox of human and divine. And as St. Francis said, O Lord, make me a conduit of thy peace, thy light, thy love. Bringing the palms to in front of the heart, bowing in reverence to the divinity from above, the divinity from below, and the divinity in your own awareness. May this truth reign across the earth, across humanity. And may this be seen as the truth. May this be witnessed by our siblings here on earth, today and in all days, now and forevermore. Namaste. Namaste. Well, I appreciate everyone joining. Please have a good night. I'll see ya. Bye bye.